Well, the ink wasn't even dry on Wayne Rooney's pre-contract with Derby County, and then Mesut Ozil's been linked as his replacement to DC United. Were you surprised when you heard that?
Surprised? Yes. If I were DC United, I would stay very, very, very far. This is, in terms of player, you couldn't have it any more different between one and the other. What Wayne Rooney has been able to do for DC United is you give a focal point in the attack, you give him the ball and guys run off of him, then he makes decisions. But he can play with his back to goal, he can play in between the lines, he can drop off and allow people to run behind him or beyond him. And besides all of that, his professionalism, his competitiveness, his desire to win, all of that has been in full display with DC United. All those three things that we just mentioned, those are things that you can question time and time again for Mesut Ozil. And that has been the story of his career. A tremendously talented player, but people have said many times, man, does he really want it? Does he really care? Is he in it to win it? Is he going to do what is required of him in order to truly sacrifice himself and make a team better? And the answer to that question, unequivocally, has been time and time again, no.
When the going gets tough, he's off ski most of the time.
Well,
Mesut Ozil. With DC United, Rooney improved them. There's no, I mean, we did a piece on that earlier this week with it for FC, and we saw the graphic about with Rooney and without Rooney. Ozil, with that ability, this isn't a league you can just pick and choose which game to play. You've got to buy into Major League Soccer. Now, his stats look good, but it's so frustrating as a manager because you know what he's capable of. You're just like, is he going to do it today? Does he fancy this?
Well, and if you're a team like DC United and if you're MLS and you are saying, okay, this guy at the top of his career, when he was at his very best, there were moments in which he did not care to show up. The talent has never been a question.
Nope.
His ability has never been a question. Now, the mindset has been a question. And when you consider that at this point of his career, the possibility that he may be thinking about, okay, you know what, I'll go to MLS, man, you're certainly not gonna get the best of him. And truthfully, I'm not quite sure that you're gonna get the full commitment that you need. And if you're going to make that sort of investment, you have to be sure that at the very least, you're going to get not only productivity, but commitment from a player. If I'm DC United, again, it doesn't make sense on the field because it's not what they need. And it doesn't make sense off the field either because I don't think that Mesut Ozil is the sort of player that is going to move people, that is going to move the needle and is going to attract people and make your product better on and off the field.
And finally, because of that, you're probably going to have to spend more on that player, wages-wise, than any other player in the league. There's so many red flags on this one for DC.
Well, as I said at the very beginning, I will stay far away, and I mean far away from this. Do not fall into the trap of, Mesut Ozil. You have a lot more questions to answer if you're DC United than just a playmaker. There are a lot of things that this team has to address, and I don't think Mesut Ozil is the answer.
Or maybe it's just his agent getting him linked with another club so he can move to somewhere else.
All right.
Who knows?